welcome back to our channel. We have just arrived in our next destination and we're in Auckland. Auckland, based around two large harbours, is a major city in the north of New Zealand's North Island. In the centre, the iconic Sky Towers has views of Viaduct Harbour, which is full of super yachts and lined with bars and cafes. Auckland Domain, the city's oldest park, is based around an extinct volcano and home to the former Winter Gardens. Near downtown, Mission Bay Beach has a seaside promenade. Quite a hefty drive down today, and we're both a little bit whacked, so I think the idea is to get a nice early night tonight and then hit the road running tomorrow morning for all of our activities in Auckland. Let's try and decide what we want for dinner. I think we're just gonna order in because we're being lazy. We don't actually often order in when we're traveling. We're very much been trying not to because it is definitely cheaper to not order in, but I think we've just had it for today. Our food arrived in no time and we decided it was a good chance for us to get a good night's sleep and get up early the next morning. We woke up bright and early today and I started to get ready. I really struggled with my hair on this trip and I feel like traveling and looking after your hair is actually so difficult. I bought these hair straighteners a little while back to maybe make my hair feel like itself again, and I feel like it did a pretty good job. We then decided to head over to the other side of Auckland Bay, and I of course headed straight to a Starbucks to get my Starbucks mug. And if you didn't know, I collect these and I have like over 100 of them now. I'm obsessed. This area of Auckland had such a great vibe, very beachy and very trendy. We had such a fun time walking around all the shops and having a look before we decided it was time to head over back to Auckland. When I tell you that the views from this bridge heading into the city are so beautiful. Unfortunately, we did not have the car hire the entire time we were in Auckland and it was due to be given back in a couple of hours, so we knew our time was limited and wanted to make the most with the car. We headed over to Ponsonby to get some breakfast and it had such a nice vibe here, all these cute little food stalls, which I'm assuming get a lot busier during the day. So we decided to have our favourite, which is an acai bowl. We have absolutely loved them while we've been in Australia and we were so excited to have it again. We then spent some time walking around all the different stalls and there were these beautiful flower markets. We then made our way over to the famous streets in Auckland, which had a great spot to take photos in. We spent a little time here taking our photos and then kind of lost track of time and had to rush to drop the car off. The rest of the afternoon was a bit of a blur and we ended up in a mall after dropping the car off. We decided to stop and get this drink tonk thing that we'd seen all over Auckland, and we assumed that it was a little bit like Boost, which has been our favourite place to get drinks from. And luckily, it was just the same. We also got this Greek wrap and it was so delicious. What I will say is that the public transport in Auckland was so easy, so you don't necessarily even need a car. I'm back in my pajamas and that is not because we are chilling, it is because we are trying to pack. We have a flight very late tomorrow night, kind of early the next morning. So we have to get ready for that and this is a mess. So pack with us, I guess. So we can have 25 kgs in each one of our big suitcases. We are way past 25 kgs on my suitcase, I think. I have all those mugs there, and then this entire side is also full of mugs, all the way up there. Each mug is also filled, so they are quite weighty now. And then I just have 3 of these packing cubes and a couple more bits that need to go in there. So I'm hoping Mr. Alex is going to be a little bit underweight so that I can use some of his space. But your suitcase is looking quite messy right now, so we shall see. Allowed 7 kgs in our little suitcases, so we also have that, but we need to try and make this work. Like every place you go, you just buy like a little magnet and you go, oh well, it's not going to weigh a lot. It's a magnet, it's not going to weigh a lot. Ends up weighing quite a bit, if I'm honest with you. So that is kind of the state we're at. And then like we just keep finding more souvenirs. There's more. So fab. Morning vlog. So you are joining us again with us trying to pack. We mostly packed last night. We just needed to put the last little bits in this morning. And we are overweight, so that's just fantastic. We're allowed 25 kgs each, and we are both over that, so that's just gonna be eating some kiwis that we bought in Queenstown. So they're a little bit old, but they still look tasty. It was a new day, and we were excited to do something that we had booked for such a long time, and that was the tower in Auckland. Now, I did know this before booking because my friend's boyfriend used to work there, but you can do so many fun activities while you're here. You can walk the exterior, and you can also do like this bungee jump down, which, if anyone knows me, you know that there was absolutely no chance of me doing that. But it was pretty cool to watch other people do it. As you can see here, there are also some people walking around the outside of the tower, and honestly, rather them than me. We also saw someone jumping at the bottom, which was pretty cool. We made our way over to a different Westfield because I needed to go to a Kmart, but unfortunately I did not find what I needed. But while we were there, we decided to go and watch a movie because honestly I've been wanting to watch Bridget Jones's movie so bad. I've heard it's pretty sad, but I needed to watch it because I grew up on those films. Can confirm, it's very sad. We then headed back to the centre of Auckland and had a little walk around. Alex was really wanting to watch the F1, but we couldn't find it showing anywhere. We've just spent today trying to waste time. As awful as that sounds, it's really difficult when you're in the CBD and you don't have a car. You can't really get out of the city. And there's not a lot to do in the CBD. So, but we have loved the vibe of Auckland. It's one of our favourite places in New Zealand for sure, but we're going to keep wandering. Patrick's Day tomorrow, so they have loads of like celebrations and stuff going on throughout the city. There was a parade earlier. Fortunately we did miss it, but it's cool. It's a nice vibe here, very relaxed day. There were also loads of these Kiwi statues decorated differently around the whole of Auckland. We then continued our walk and stumbled upon a bar that was showing the F1. Alex was so excited. Unfortunately, the race was nearly over, but at least he got to watch a little bit before we ordered an Uber and headed over to the airport. Our flight wasn't until 1 AM, but we were so ready for a long travel day.